Chapter 7. After they ran into a thick forest, Yu Yao dragged Tian Shao over to some dense shrubbery where they hid. There were many people after them and Tian Shao's feet were not agile, so even if they continued forth as if their life depended on it, they would only get caught. Thus, they might as well hide in a hidden area, and wait for an opportunity to make their move. They had stayed in the quiet shrubbery for a while when the sound of footsteps gradually became louder and louder. Yu Yao thought about it, then whispered to Tian Shao, "You hide here. Don't move. I'll go attract them away from here." Before she could finish, Tian Shao grasped her hand. "No." Yu Yao pulled her hand back from his grasp. "I won't be able to run as fast if you come with me. Even though their martial arts ability is high, their Qinggong won't necessarily be as strong as mine. I'll go attract them away, and you can wait for me here. When I come back, I will come to look for you." Tian Shao still looked at her fixedly. Yu Yao vowed, "If I'm tricking you, then I will have a miserable death." Only then did Tian Shao gently let go. However, right when Yu Yao was about to leave again, he was still able to delay her, as he managed to get in front of her. He stuck out his tongue and licked her lip, and said, "I've ruined your innocence both in the prison and now. In the future, you can only be my wife. You must come back and find me. Otherwise, he had to think for a long time. Otherwise I won't marry you." Yu Yao became lost in thought for a long time. But, when she heard the footsteps get even closer, she gritted her teeth and assented as she leapt away. However, the moment she leapt forward, a sharp arrow split the air. Yu Yao twisted in the air, managing to dodge the arrow. A second arrow came right after, and because Yu Yao had not yet gained a firm foothold, she had to dodge this arrow the best she could. A line of red appeared on her face. Tian Shao's face went white, and almost as if he was the one who had been pricked, he jumped up and hurriedly ran over to Yu Yao's side. A third arrow was aimed at Yu Yao's back. By the time she realized that Tian Shao had hurriedly rushed behind her, she heard the sound of an arrow entering the bone. Tian Shao didn't say a word as he lay on the ground, the arrow in his chest, almost penetrating him completely. Yu Yao looked behind her and only felt her heart go cold. Why? When had she treated him well enough to make her worthy of his treatment? She had always wanted to get rid of him. She had never treated him well, so why? Yu Yao crouched down to examine Tian Shao's wounds. He was wounded heavily, so he needed treatment immediately, but amid the forest, broken footsteps began to sound from everywhere around them. Yu Yao's heart silently thought about what would happen if she couldn't escape. Amid her internal conflict, a sudden whistle rang out, and from farther away, she could hear sounds of commotion. Another moment hadn't passed when the sounds of hand-to-hand combat began to spring up everywhere. Yu Yao hugged the unconscious Tian Shao as she silently waited for the outcome. Because now, besides waiting, she couldn't do anything else. Later, a lot of people seemed to come, and they also seemed extremely familiar with this area. The sounds of close combat only lasted for a short time before calming again. After it ended, a man wearing light armor walked over to take a look at them. Then, someone behind him said, "Quick, let the head take a look." Footsteps rustling in the woods slowly approached, as several hundred men wearing light armor encircled the pair. Someone yelled, "The boss has come." Everyone silently got out of the way and created a path for that person. An old wizened man tottered over, wearing a blue robe. His footsteps impatiently staggered along. When he saw Tian Shao in Yu Yao's arms, tears immediately fell from the old man's eyes. Crown Prince. The Crown Prince of the Wu Nation. He fell to his knees and bent his head in a salute. The will of heaven has allowed the Crown Prince to return. This is our great fortune. We have hope in taking revenge for our nation. We have hope. His yells made the thousands of men fall to their knees with bent heads, and yell, "We respectfully welcome the Crown Prince. We have hope." Yu Yao looked at her surroundings blankly, her eyes falling on Tian Shao's face yet again. She knew that this man would no longer be the same child he had once been. End of chapter 7.